In a small village hidden in the deep hills, there once lived a man named Ichie Ogbu, known for his unusual strength and fierce temper. He was a wealthy man, feared by many, and though he had all he wanted, Ichie Ogbu was deeply troubled. His only daughter, Adamma, was his most cherished treasure, yet he believed she was the cause of his misfortunes. People whispered that Adamma had brought a curse upon him and that her beauty was a disguise for a dark spirit. One night, Ichie Ogbu decided to consult a powerful native doctor known as Dibiando. This old man was known for strange rituals, and it was said he could see into the spirit world. Dibiando listened carefully as Ichie Ogbu explained his fears about his daughter, speaking of the mysterious dreams and misfortunes that had plagued him since he was born. After hours of deep thought, Dibiando finally spoke. If you wish to end your suffering, there is only one way. You must make a sacrifice. The spirit troubling your life can only be appeased by blood. Whose blood? Ichie Obu's voice was shaking, but Dibia Ndo only glanced at him with shadowed eyes and said, "Blood of a loved one, the one you hold dearest." Ichie Obu was struck silent. His heart sank, for he knew Dibia Ndo spoke of Adamma. The fear that his daughter was indeed a cursed spirit began to grow in him like poison. The next day, he prepared a large mortar and pestle, typically used for pounding yams, but now for something far more sinister. That night, as the villagers slept, Ichie Obu summoned Adamma to his hut. She trusted her father completely and obeyed without question. The hut was dark, and the air was thick with the smell of burning herbs. Ichie Obu's face was hidden in shadows, but his eyes glowed with a terrifying resolve. "Father, what are we doing here?" Adamma whispered, her voice trembling as she sensed something was terribly wrong. Ichie Obu didn't answer. He only raised the heavy pistol high above his head, his hands shaking with the weight of what he was about to do. Adamma's eyes widened as she realized his intention, and a scream caught in her throat. She tried to run, but her father's strength was too great. Just as the pistol was about to fall, a strange wind blew through the air, extinguishing the flames of the candle and filling the room with an icy chill. A haunting voice echoed in the darkness. "Ichie Obu, do you know what you are doing?" Ichie Obu froze, his heart pounding. He looked around widely, but the voice seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The pistol slipped from his hand and crashed to the ground. The cold wind filled Ichie Obu's hut, swirling around him and Adana, who lay trembling on the ground, her eyes wide with fear. The voice echoed again, now clearer and more powerful. "Ichie Obu, you have been deceived by your own heart. The spirit that troubles you is not your daughter, it is within you." Ichie Obu stumbled back, his mind racing. He fell to his knees, his hands shaking as he realized the gravity of what he was about to do. He looked at Adana, who was still on the ground, tears streaming down her face. The voice spoke again, softer this time, almost like a whisper. "Adama is innocent. She is not the cause of your troubles. The cause you feel is the weight of your greed, your pride, and anger that you harbor in your heart." Suddenly, the fire in the hut roared back to life, illuminating the figure of an elderly woman. Her skin was wrinkled, and her eyes held a depth that seemed to pierce through Ichie Owu's soul. She was no ordinary spirit. She was the spirit of wisdom, a protector of the innocent. Ichie Obu, she said firmly, your wealth and strength have made you blind to what truly matters. You have forgotten the kindness and humility that once lived in your heart. Ichie Obu, overwhelmed with guilt, crawled towards Adamma and reached out to her. My daughter, forgive me. I let my own fears poison my mind. Adamma, though still afraid, saw the genuine regret in her father's eyes. With a trembling hand, she reached out and took his hand, a tearful forgiveness in her gaze. The spirit of wisdom nodded approvingly. To break the curse, Ichie Obu, you must change. Return to your people, humble yourself, and help those you have wronged. Only then will you find peace. From that day forward, Ichie Obu was a changed man. He sold much of his wealth to help the needy and became the voice of wisdom in the village. Adamma stayed by his side, helping him mend his ways and restore peace to their lives. And so, the mysterious curse was lifted, but the memory of that fateful night remained, a reminder of the darkness that can take root when no one loses their way.